Protesters have tried to force their way into Israel's military headquarters in downtown Tel Aviv, angry at Israeli government plans to expand the war in Gaza. Our Middle East correspondent Eric Torchek reports.
Some of these protesters are relatives of hostages held in Gaza, and they're alarmed by reports that Israel's government is considering expanding the offensive in the Strip even further. They fear that would be a death sentence for those hostages who are still held by Hamas and other militant groups. Nevertheless, Israel's cabinet is meeting today to discuss sending Israeli troops into the few parts of Gaza that they don't already control. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says this will pressure the militant group Hamas to sign a favourable ceasefire and release the remaining hostages. But so far, this operation, called Gideon's Chariots, hasn't produced that result. Instead, it's led to growing international condemnation of Israel's actions and for the outcomes of that operation inside Gaza, which is widespread famine-like conditions, according to the UN, and a rising civilian death toll, with more than 60,000 Gazans killed by Israel's military action since October the 7th. The Chief of Staff of Israel's military has warned against expanding the offensive even further, basically saying that military pressure hasn't achieved what the government wanted it to, and urging them to go back to the negotiating table to get a ceasefire done with Hamas. Hamas has withstood the pressure that Israel applied, has seen the pressure from outside, from Israel's allies, grow, and with many of them threatening to recognise a Palestinian state as a consequence for Israel's blocking of food and other aid from entering the Gaza Strip, and the severe deterioration in the humanitarian conditions there. And it has not strayed from its key demands, chief among which are that Israel end the war and fully withdraw its troops from the Gaza Strip. In the meantime, while this debate goes on, the death toll in Gaza continues to be very high. The Ministry of Health in the Strip says 135 people were killed by Israeli fire in a 24-hour period from Tuesday to Wednesday.